What's up, everybody? It's your boy AlexisMaurice and
your boy TreiHollywood.
This is Daria. This is MTV's version, real life version of Daria, and it's a new episode, same time, same place on Mondays of Hollywood Happenings. So pour yourself a glass of wine. We have a very big glass of wine today. We're serving Livingston Cellars Red Rose tonight. Put on some lip balm and pull yourself together while we discuss the latest happenings in Hollywood. Trey, what is going on out there in Hollywood, honey?
Well, first we're going to talk about Tamar Braxton. You know,
Tamar. I like Tamar.
I like Tamar too. You know, I'm a Braxton fan. I love Tony. But Tamar was on 106 Apart last week with her husband. You know, talk about her new single, Love and War. She was also talking about, you know, the show and everything. And what she had on, kind of, everybody had rumors going that she was pregnant. Okay. You know, she had talked about before on the Family Values or whatever that she was holding her eggs or whatever so when she has a baby. Well, what Tamar did was she went on Twitter, on Instagram actually, and posted a picture of her bare body, proving to everybody that she's not pregnant. So everybody, Tamar Braxton is not yet pregnant. I guess this girl wanted to drop this album before she popped any babies. So that's one thing that's going on in Hollywood.
How old is Tamar? Do you know?
Tamar is probably like 34, if I'm not mistaken.
You know,
I can look it up.
She's young. Yeah, look it up. Let's confirm how old she is. Tamar looks, you know, she looks a lot older than what she...
She looks older than Tony.
Is. Yeah, she kind of looks older than Tony, and, you know, she has this whole skin disorder or whatever she says that she has.
35.
35 years old. Shout out to me. I'll be 30, March 6th, or whatever, my big birthday bash. But Tamar, I like Tamar. I wish she'd go ahead and give Vince a baby, though.
She does. She needs to give Vince a baby because, I mean, again, older, 35. And, you know, it's kind of an age. And they say for women, you know, you're supposed to get pregnant not too late. And 35, that's you kind of pushing it. Yeah. Her birthday's March 17th, so she's about to be 36. So, Tamar, let's go ahead and get this baby out.
Now, according, like, on the Braxton Family Values, does she not want to use a surrogate, or she's okay with the surrogate, or...
The last time they had the show, she was talking about the whole surrogate parenting, and they was actually picking women or whatnot. You know, she was wanting somebody ugly. Vince wanted somebody who was nice looking. She was like, no, I ain't gonna be nobody who look better than me. So, I don't know, they never really continued on and finished talking about it. It was kind of like that short-lived thing, but then eventually I remember her having a talk with her dad. And her dad was like, you know, you should have the baby, blase, and, you know, carry like all your sisters did, basically.
Right. One of them offered, Tawana?
Yeah,
she
Tawana
offered to
carry the baby, to be a surrogate mother. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
What's next?
We're gonna also talk about Keke Palmer and also Lil'Mama, and then we're also gonna talk.
Lil'Mama jumped on the stage with Jay-Z, right?
Lil'Mama is the one that jumped on stage with Jay-Z and Kanye. Got it like she was like, you know, like she was part of the crew. So basically, they're coming out with a TLC movie, and Lil'Mama is gonna play Left Eye. Keke Palmer is going to play Chili, and then the actress Drew Sidora. She's playing T-Boz. Now, Drew Sidora played on, I don't know if you remember her, she played on The Game. Like, she had a little step in on The Game. And then she also was on That's So Raven. She was in Step It Up, too, also, that movie also. But I really didn't remember who she was until I really did the background check. But they're doing the TLC movie, and that's the cast. That's who's playing it. What do you really feel about Lil'Mama playing this?
First of all, I didn't know that they were doing a TLC movie. Yeah. Why are they doing a movie about them?
I honestly don't even know why they would consider, like, doing that. I guess they feel that it's time. I mean, Chili's still alive, T-Boz still alive, you know, Left Eye, you know, we lost her. But I don't really understand why they're doing the movie, at least right now. But
is this a scripted DVD movie, or is this going to be like on a silver screen?
No, this is going to be on silver screen. This is going to be on silver screen. This definitely is going to be on silver screen. I don't really know how I feel about Lil'Mama playing Left Eye. But I guess it'd be interesting. But, you know, Keke Palmer went on a rant on Twitter. I just wanted to touch base on that because people were saying stuff about her, you know, not looking like Chili, blase. And I have one of the things here that Keke Palmer said on Twitter. She said, people kill me. They don't remember. I don't remember. This is what she said. I don't remember Angela Bassett looking anything like Tina Turner, but she ripped the role. Me personally, I think that Angela Bassett does look like Tina Turner. She looked like Storm. She should have played Storm in the X-Men. But I mean, That's just my personal opinion, you know? So that was her saying that. I guess people were really bashing her about playing the role, but I'm really happy for Keke Palmer, you know? She had to play some music artist she grew up with and listening to and everything, but I don't know about...
TLC?
Yeah, TLC.
I'm
glad we got a TLC before we got Destiny's Child.
Huh?
I'm glad we got a TLC movie before we got Destiny's Child, because that would have been shady.
But they should never do a Destiny's Child movie.
They shouldn't, but I'm pretty sure they probably will.
But
you're gonna have Farrah, somebody's gotta play her, somebody play Latoya Luckett.
That has to be a Lifetime movie. It doesn't have to be like go straight to Silver Screen movie. But she said Angela Bassett, so she's filling big shoes now. So if she's gonna say that Angela Bassett ripped the role, she's kind of making a correlation between the two. She's gonna have to come hard in that role.
Yeah, it's not a Silver Screen. I was just playing with you. It's a VH1 what is it?
Biopic. Oh, biopic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, anybody can watch that.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm about to see it. You know what I'm saying? Wow. But that is a VH1. It's not on Silver Screen. Who do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Kandi?
Yeah, let's talk about Kandi.
Let's talk about
Kandi. So one, I'm very behind on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I am too.
So apparently, what? Like, Kandi did a song called Stay Prayed Up.
Well, Kandi, let's give you a little background. Kandi wrote TLC No Scrubs. No Scrubs. Mm-hmm. And that was a hit. She's a great writer. I don't take nothing from Kandi when it comes to writing. But she's not a vocalist. She's a singer, but she's not a vocalist. She has went from R&B to selling sex toys to having a sex show.
Themed show.
That's a sex show because they be talking about putting penises in places I ain't never even thought of putting anything. Mm-hmm. And now she has a gospel song. It's called "Stay Prayed Up," which is #1 on gospel iTunes. So I give her the props for that. She's touring it, but I don't understand like where she's coming from with this. I mean, I kind of get her message. I kind of got a little respect for because I think what she's saying is even through her sins, like I was reading the lyrics, even through her sins that she has committed and that she continues to commit, like she's living with a man that she's not married to.
Sin one.
That's one sin because that's called what, shacking up.
Yeah.
So I think what she's saying is that even through the sin that I'm committing or the sins that I have, the reason that I've made it through this is because of God. I stay prayed up. You know, people always say stay prayed up. Say that's what you got to do. So I'm thinking that's what's the message that she's trying to deliver, even to the people who are doing things and sinning through things. I think that's what she's trying to say. Basically, I pray. I don't know how I feel about the song.
Well, the song sounds horrible. I'm going to say it. It sounds like garbage. She's very pitchy. She's flat. She's sharp. She's all over the place. And as we stated before, Kandi just isn't the strongest vocalist at all. She's an impeccable businesswoman.
She's good.
And she continues to grow her empire. But her crossing over to the gospel realm, you know, and I'm guessing that this is just a one song. She's not trying to make a whole album, right?
Well, previous statements, I thought she said she wanted to try something different. So maybe she's trying something different. She did that. Don't Be Tardy for the Party. Man, that was a hit.
Right. Like, here's my thing. Kandi she does great when it comes to writing. She writes country, gospel, R&B, pop. Mm-hmm. She does everything. But just because you write it, don't mean you got to sing it. You know, that's my thing. You write it for other people. You make your money producing from that end. Don't worry about singing it. Like I said, you played the song for me a few minutes ago before we started recording, and the song sounds horrible. I don't know why Marvin Sapp decided to jump on the track as well, but, I mean, it's a good business. This is what I can say that can come out of this whole Kandi-Marvin Sapp collaboration is that the gospel music may be able to reach the unchurched or people who normally may not listen to gospel music. So she has a market that she might be able to tap into. I mean, because we got the Michelle Williams of the world. Mm-hmm. You know, Monica has dibbed and dabbed a little bit into gospel music. Whitney Houston has dibbed. You know, everybody does it.
I think that's because that's where they started. They started in the church.
Yeah, a lot of artists started in the church. So I don't understand what the big deal about it is that she did it. But I do understand it being somewhat of an issue because of the fact that
she has sex toys,
sex talk. You know,
I mean, even
she's not married. She's shacking up. Did she have that little girl out of wedlock?
Her daughter?
Yeah. Was she married to that guy?
I don't think
so.
She was married.
Yeah, she never says ex-husband. She always says my baby daddy or
his boyfriend.
Ryland's, what's the name?
Father.
Riley's father. So I don't know, when it comes to that whole thing. I do know that it's creating a lot of controversy. People are saying that she shouldn't have done that because of, the type of music that she makes and the things that she does. Like I said, she's reaching a different audience. She might be able to bring some people through Christ through the song, as well as introduce other people to Marvin Sapp. Right. And from there, they might look to research him a little bit more about his music and things of that particular nature. But I don't know. This whole Kandi thing, it's my thing from a spiritual standpoint. Okay, so now you've done this. You say stay prayed up. Now what do you do from here? Do you just continue to go back and live in a world of sin? Or is this, your way of saying, stay prayed up, you being a sinner, the Lord is hearing your prayer. Are you just going to turn back around and do the same thing or what?
We'll see, I guess.
I don't know. I'm interested to see and hear what the other gospel artists have to say about it. Marvin Sapp might feel okay with it because of the fact that he decided to get on the song with her. It's just not that big of a deal for me. But when you think about it from a spiritual perspective or whatever, you are being held accountable for, what you do and how you influence other people. Right. And she has influence.
She does.
She has influence over people when it comes to worldly things because people buy her sex toys or whether you're a Christian or not. Christians have sex. People who aren't Christians have. People who go to church have sex. People who don't go to church have sex. So she has some type of influence, but what she does with it after this point is what's going to be the big thing from here.
Well, I'll just say right here, just to finish up on this brief, she stated this: I knew when I decided to do this, I would be criticized. Mm-hmm. That's to be expected. Burruss wrote on her photograph sharing website, I am honest about who I am. I'm a my great-grandfather and my grandfather were bishops of the Church of God of Holiness. I believe in God, but I have always struggled with the rules of the church. She says, I always struggle with the rules of the church, just like a lot of people. Yeah. Even Marvin Sapp went and said, I want to thank Kandi for sharing her heart through the song in a different generation and asking me to be a part of this process. Yeah. So,
because sinners can reach people too. Yeah. They can minister to people too. So, I look at this as a form of ministry in a perspective. Some people may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, the purpose of the gospel is to spread it, to the people. And so she is doing exactly that. And through this, she might win some souls for Christ. She might bring some people to God. And at the end of the day, that's what the music is supposed to do. You tell just a message. Yeah, it tells a message, but you also have to be accountable for what she's going to say and do after this particular point. I think that's where most of the criticism is going to come. People are going to say, okay, so she did this one gospel song and then what? But in all honesty, everybody does it. Michelle does gospel. She does Broadway. Then she goes does Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. And then she goes back to gospel. And she does the R&B album. Mm-hmm. And, she does different things. So, I don't know. I'm tired of talking about this whole thing. But we'll see how that goes. Okay. Well, developing story. So, today, Keyshia Cole. Multi-platinum selling songstress Keyshia Cole is gearing up for an 18-city headlining tour, she announced today. Keyshia Cole, who gives a damn what cities you're going to tour? You have the nerve to talk about Michelle Williams, but Michelle is an internationally known artist. Not saying that Keyshia Cole is. I just don't. I could be wrong. You people can. Y'all can comment on the video and stuff and let me know if she actually has done an international tour. But she can say what she wants to about Michelle. Michelle gets playtime. She gets airtime.
All the time.
And you don't. You're going on a tour that's starting off in Westbury, New York on March 28th and wraps up in Oakland. Ghetto.
Isn't that where she's from?
Yeah, she's from Oakland. Mm-hmm. So her tour is going from March 28th to April 21st. Half of that ain't even a full month or whatever.
No, it's going from March
28
of 2013 to April 21st of 2014. That's 10 months. Yeah.
Trey, don't say that.
No.
The month-long tour will be in Westbury, New York on March 28th.
That ain't no tour, that's just some shows.
You haven't even sold out a venue, Keyshia Cole. And look at Beyonce. Beyonce has sold out just about all venues internationally and domestically here stateside.
I don't want to talk about her no more. The fact that she's only doing a 1 month.
Yeah, a 1 month tour.
That's not a tour.
And your album came out all the way in what? November? Beyonce's album ain't even come out yet. Or whatever. And she sold out. And like I said, her album is sold out. And it ain't even come out yet. We don't even know the name of the damn album.
We didn't know
it already came out yet. But, you know, Keyshia Cole, this is supposed to be a woman-to-woman tour with R&B divas. I do like that song, Trust and Believe.
I like the album. That's why I'm so mad about her ignorance that she displays on Twitter, because her album is so good.
Yeah, she committed professional suicide. I just think that she did. I never bought a Keyshia Cole album. I would never buy a Keyshia Cole album. I won't even buy Trust and Believe, even though I like the song. I would go download it off FrostWire. That's what I would go do. I would never purchase it. I would never, ever purchase a Keyshia Cole album.
Never.
Or a song. Never, ever, ever. But, you know, I hope your tour does well, girl.
That ain't no tour.
I hope your
That's a couple of shows.
Your trip goes well between you going from New York.
And it's probably going to be that long because she's supposed to be at the Essence Festival in July.
Yeah.
And she might not even be on that no more.
And if I'm going to be at the Essence Festival, I'll probably egg her while she's on stage and all kind of crazy stuff. You know, my thing is, Keyshia Cole, you late.
I'm going to go for Brandy and Beyonce. And Maxwell. Maxwell going to be there too. No, that's my dog.
You know, whatever track.
That's my dog.
Keyshia Cole, I'm going to need for you to go to Charm School. They need to bring Charm School back.
They need to bring that back.
And just put you on there along with some other people who need to be on Charm School because girl.
Etiquette.
Yeah.
She needs
Etiquette. Etiquette, not etiquette, but etiquette. You need it, honey. You need it. Anywho, what else is next?
I mean, the only thing else we have to talk about is who run the world?
Girls.
Who run the world?
Girls.
Who run this mother?
Beyonce.
Who run this mother?
Beyonce.
This documentary. Come on now. This documentary.
So, I got to see this documentary. I got to see the whole Oprah thing. Well, we got to see it because we saw it together.
They just leave me out like that.
All I can say is, Beyonce, praise be to Jesus. Praise be to Jesus. Oprah and, you know, everyone actually gives Beyonce the title of Mistress of the Universe.
What does Mistress of the Universe mean? Because I thought a mistress was like somebody who was sleeping with somebody else, who was not married with somebody else, who was sleeping with somebody else. I don't understand. So how is she? I don't get that. Explain.
Well, look it up. What does mistress mean?
Of
while he's looking for mistress, got the opportunity to see the whole Life is But a Dream documentary. 2 things that I've learned about Beyonce after watching this, because I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I really didn't learn much about Beyonce that I didn't already know. My thing is, that's Wikipedia. That's not a credible source. Look up in the dictionary. But when it comes to Beyonce, I respect her. 2 things I learned. I respect her craft and I respect her talent. I do think that she...
oh, never mind. I see why they said it.
You know, she tries her best to stay on cutting edge, ahead of the curve and everything. But I don't think she's that original. Because, you know, she's always... Beyonce's influenced by a lot of people. A lot of, you know, different art forms and things like that. Everybody is. Everyone has to get their muse from something. Right. But... how can I say this? You know, people get real sensitive when you talk about Beyonce. I mean, people get sensitive when you talk about, because you talk about Brandy, I'm going to get sensitive, you know. You talk about Tony Braxton, I'm going to get sensitive. Yeah. You talk about Fantasia, you know, I'm going to get hood, just like a hood boy. Yeah. But with Beyonce, I learned that I respect her as an artist. I really, really do, because she works very, very hard. Very hard. And I did learn that from this whole documentary. Mm-hmm. And the second thing that I learned about Beyonce that I didn't know was that she had a miscarriage. Now, maybe I'm not, you know, a diehard Beyonce fan, but I just didn't know that. I didn't know that she previously lost a baby. Mm-hmm. So those are kind of the 2 things. I didn't learn much about her First off, it's hard for me to really pay attention to Beyonce sometimes because she talks very poorly.
And it's like...
she has no vocabulary.
Words, no. It's like, and you can see as she was speaking, it was like she was trying to really find something to say that really was sounding big. But it was like, okay, I'm just going to keep it basic so I won't sound stupid. Yeah. And I'm just going to answer the definition of mistress.
Oh, yeah, go back.
The first diction of mistress is a woman who has...
That is not a credible source.
No, this is the dictionary, but I'm going to say, I found out what it is. Let me read what I looked up. Appreciate it. A woman who has continual sexual relationship with a usually married man who is not her husband, from whom she generally receives material support.
But you remember how He-Man is the master of the universe?
But the second diction of mistress is a woman in a positive of authority, control, and ownership as a head of her household.
So that's the definition.
That's why she is the mistress of the universe.
She's in a position of authority. She's controlling, and she's ownership, and she's head of the household. Yeah, so we're going to give Beyonce that. Yes. But Beyonce really talks like she has a 5th grade education.
I mean, Wendy did say it, and I kind of agreed. I mean, I just want to know, are you smarter than 5th grade? I mean, I just what? They should have like a celebrity version of that.
Yeah, she So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to kind of pay attention because she really tries, and I've talked to her, and she said this before. She's just not really that
intellectual.
No, she's not a camera person. She's not a real big camera person.
No, but when we were watching the O with Oprah, it was something that she said, and we both looked at each other when she said it. I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what it was.
It was basically like an answer to something, and she was like, "Yeah, there was like a lot of them," and I was like,
"Yeah,
what?"
Yeah. One thing I also learned about Beyonce after this documentary is that she has like moles.
She doesn't really have good skin.
Yeah, her skin isn't the clearest or whatever. Not that that's something to criticize somebody for, but her skin just isn't the clearest. I thought the piece about her talking about her father was actually pretty interesting. At the very beginning, she was talking about how that was one of the hardest things and how this video helped heal that. You know, I know it was hard for Matthew to give up power. It's hard for people who are in power to go from not having power and they don't know how to cope. That even happens in the church. Like for those of you who've been involved with church, I've known people that have positions in churches, and when they are removed or they bring someone else in to get some new blood, they just kind of lose it in a sense, and they think people are out to get them and all kind of stuff like that. But the piece with her father was very, very interesting in how she ended up having to let him go. Remember when that first happened a couple of years ago, people were saying that she fired him because of that whole, he had another baby outside of
I thought that's what it was.
Or whatever, but tonight, or when the documentary kind of cleared that up just a little bit. So, but he taught her a lot when it comes to having a good work ethic. Remember when she was in the hallway and she called the producers or the show editors or whoever those people are, and it was like, I need to tell her, we just need to get one thing straight or whatever. And I can tell, I can tell that Beyonce is nothing to play with from a business perspective. No. She handles her business. But I will say this, Beyonce looks very unhappy. She doesn't seem like she's happy. She doesn't seem like she's thrilled. It almost seems sometimes that she gets a little, like she's kind of tired of it.
And that's why I said her last album, I felt that was her. I felt that was her most personable album. She started touching on different feelings that she felt and gave it a different message. And that's when I was like, damn, really? And so her last song on the CD was I Was Here. I really felt that was her telling us that it's my time to be a family woman. I was here. I did this. I did that. It's time for me to just take a break. It's time for me to go and maybe do shows, but not do another album.
Ooh, child, she go to Vegas. Ooh, she go to Vegas and she does like night and shows at Vegas.
Like Toni Braxton did?
And did she?
Yeah, Toni Braxton did.
And Celine Dion, and they were in the works of trying to get Michael Jackson too. But Beyonce just, I don't know, to me, she just seems like she's not happy. She doesn't seem happy at all.
I think it's time for Beyonce to take a break from music, maybe still do shows, but maybe be like a judge on a show, like on American Idol or The Voice or something, to teach other people.
Absolutely not. No,
if they pay her,
she can't talk. Nobody would.
But she know how to critique when it comes to music. I believe she'd be able to do that fine. She don't have to know how to talk to give somebody some feedback on no, you hit that note wrong. No, you need to do this right. I think she'll personally do that fine.
I don't think Beyonce can do that. She wouldn't be interested. She's not someone who I would want to hear what she has to say because she's boring, Trey.
I think people want to hear what she say because she's Beyonce.
Well, that's true, but it's going to be
music.
boring. It's
she
going to be boring.
Music.
Look at Nicki Minaj and look at this whole Mariah Carey thing.
Nicki Minaj don't know how to tell
good television. So
Mariah Carey can tell people because she knows music.
But do we really know Beyonce knows music? We know Beyonce knows how to entertain. We know she knows how to sing.
That girl.
But can she play?
Play what?
Music. Can she play? Can she play?
I think she can play piano. I think she can play piano.
I've never seen her.
I think she can.
I know that her and her nephew were doing
I think that was her. That was her.
I think it was her nephew. I don't know. I'm not a diehard Beyonce fan. I love her. I love her with Destiny's Child, but I don't know everything that needs to know about her. But I think she would be boring. And even when she was singing, why was she singing so damn hard? I care. I know you don't care too much. Cause I still care.
It was even harder than that.
She was jerking.
When on the documentary?
Yeah.
Because the album version isn't even like that.
And see, parts of the documentary also looked as if
it was recorded
staged.
Like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And edited.
And then, her look wasn't consistent throughout the whole thing. I mean, her look was too consistent. Yeah. It wasn't random. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever. There were some pieces of it. Her hair seemed to always just be in place, even when it was messy. I don't know. The documentary just didn't give me what I was looking for. I didn't walk away from the documentary feeling something or knowing something new about her. Beyonce girl, you need to stop walking around with a damn laptop and get you a tablet or get you some kind of camera because you just walk around.
Into that elevator. Which one into that?
Like this right here, you look fool. I mean, I'm just here to let you know you look stupid as hell. True. But you need to get a camera, get some kind of portable camera, get a tablet.
I'm surprised she nobody following her around with the camera.
Yeah, she just, I don't know. Let's talk about this whole pregnancy surrogate thing. What did you think about that?
Now you know that I still say that that woman did not carry that baby. Ain't gonna be proved that carry that baby until that baby needed some kind of blood treatment from her real mama. Or from Beyonce, whoever you want to say, but I just personally still don't think that she carried that child. And I think they used her eggs and put it inside some other woman's, and I don't think she had the child. Baby Blue looks just like Jay-Z, and the baby actually looks like Beyonce too. It to me, I think that the baby. Of course, if it's her eggs, sure, why not? The both of them. I think that's one of those things that we will never, ever, ever know. Beyonce was saying how, her music is her music. It really doesn't matter what she does in her personal life. But that's a lie because your personal life influences the things that you write and the things that you sing about. You've said it yourself. So she kind of contradicted herself when she said that. I don't see the joy in her eyes when she talks about her baby the way a mother would talk about their baby that she's carried for even when she was holding the baby, she seems very disconnected from the baby. And Beyonce, I love you, girl. I'm not here to critique you or anything like that. It's just that when you're a public figure like that, and as much as it's good to keep people out of your business, when people don't know, they start guessing and they start reaching for shit or whatever, and they just come up with all kind of different things or whatever. So I don't know the whole pregnancy surrogacy thing. If she had someone carry the baby, oh fucking well, just tell everybody that you did it. It's nothing to hide. To me, I just don't see what's personal, what's so personal about that. Oprah said it herself when they had the whole, the talk, on the next chapter. She was basically saying that, I told you to keep people out of your business, not to tell people that you, didn't get married. But Oprah was like, you took it too far when you didn't want to tell people that y'all was getting married and stuff. Like you took it extreme. You were very, very extreme with it. So, yeah, I'm just needing you to just tell the truth about everything. But I will say this. I really like her and Jay-Z together. Yeah, I do. They have something really, really special. And I think at the end of the day... Even if it's a business partnership or whatnot, it's still great. I mean... Even with, the motherhood and the fatherhood, mommy and daddy type thing, Jay-Z and them are very good. And I hope that maybe one day when I get... married...
yeah, when I get married, when I get big, or whatever you want to call it, you know, in this entertainment industry,
right?
I hope that I'm able to keep that level of professionalism and keep that level of certain things I want to keep out of the public eye, because I think you do need to. You need to have some sense of your own identity and your own personality, but not to the extreme where people have to start guessing and creating things and all that good stuff like that. But like I said, I didn't learn much new about you, girl, except the fact that you had a miscarriage. But what I did walk away from is I respect you even more as an artist now. Where you, your work ethic, how much you put into your craft, how much you think about it, how hands-on you are with certain aspects of it too. Dancing. I mean, the girl, she dances her ass off, even though sometimes she just looks like she's just gyrating all over the place. But she, yeah, she's an incredible entertainer, and hopefully I'll be able to see, you know, you on this Miss Carter tour. Girlfriend, I'm need for you to add some more strings to that tour, because you hitting off a few cities just ain't gonna cut it. I don't know if this is just a tour that you decided to do running off the momentum from the Super Bowl, because she's going to have to go on tour again after her album comes out.
Right.
You know, just to kind of reinforce that whole album perspective. So we'll see what happens with that. What's going on this week? Nothing much for the most part coming up. Yeah. CIAA weekend is coming in Charlotte next weekend. But we're going to be going up to the cabins in Tennessee to hang out with some friends. So we might do a little special video and have some friends sit down and chit chat with us about some things. But I'm done. I got training in the morning, so I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Signing out.